Hello, students. Welcome to the Smart World, the School of Complete Education. Today topic is evolution. 4.1 The concept of evolution. 4.2 The stages of evolution of animals. And 4.3 apps. The concept of evolution. The word evolution is generally understood to mean gradual and continuous change. Okay, the evolution that words means continuous change. That means we may, for example, you are in 2 years old, you may like a little girl or a boy. Now you are grown. Okay, likewise the continuous change, that means evolution in the plant and animals would world can explain in the following manner. In the process of survival, by adapting to environmental changes, certain internal physical changes occur in some animals of a species. In Okay, the plant and animal world, that can be evolution means can be explained in the form of the process of survival of animals and plants by adapting the environmental changes and and uh, and certain internal physical changes also. Okay, likewise it can be changed over a period of time. These internal changes would become inherited characteristics seen in all following generations. Okay, these are some of the characteristics which can be seen in following generations also. Adaptability is a main purpose uh, to live in any kind of places. Okay, thus a new species with characteristics different from the original may be created. New species with characteristics different from the original may be created. Such a species is usually more evaluated than the original one. Okay, the species is maybe different. Okay, it may be changed from their original one to the adaptability. Okay, so it can be changed from original one to original one. Okay, sometimes the original species dies out or becomes extinct. Sometimes it may be the original one may be died. Sometimes more than one species evolve from the original one. Sometimes more than one species may evolve from the original one. Okay, the first scientist to give us a systematic explanation of the concept of evaluation was Charles Darwin. This is an important one. The first scientist to give a explanation of the concept of evaluation, Charles Darwin. Okay, species which are capable of adapting to environmental changes are able to survive, and that's why we may told in the first paragraph. Likewise, the person or a animal or a plant that can be able to adapt the environmental changes, they are only able to live in that society. Okay, the ones that cannot do so become extinct in the process of evaluation. That cannot one, maybe any of them not do like that, means they have been separate from the society. Likewise, in ancient times, there were many species of a type of animal called dinosaur. We may know that dinosaurs were lived in this century. We may saw many movies like Jurassic Park. Likewise, we may saw that. So, Dinius in Greek means terrible, and Saurus means lizard or reptile. Reptile, you may know that it may be lived in the land. Likewise, we may know that. So, reptile in Greek word, it is a terrible and lizard likewise. So dinosaur means a terrible lizard. So this is a picture of the animals, dinosaur, various species of dinosaur. Okay, for an example is the evolution picture, which describes a evolution of a one cellular organism to a multicellular organisms. Likewise, this is a protozoa, likewise earthworm, and then sorry, octopus. Likewise, this is a species. This is a species and birds and animals. So this is an example for the evolution of animals. So go to the lesson. So you may saw that the evolution of the animals. Now some of the dinosaurs are very enormous in size. They are very large in size. Likewise, enormous means large. Okay, it appears that these species of enormous dinosaurs suddenly become exist. Okay, Okay, these may be suddenly may died also. Some sudden natural disaster or environmental changes is believed to be responsible for their extinction. And they are died because of some natural disaster. It may be a earthquake or a volcano. Likewise, some sudden natural disaster or a environmental change, it may be died. Okay, fossils of a dinosaurs with wings have been discovered. Archaeologists or scientists may discover that the fossils of a dinosaurs with the wings also they have discovered from the earth. Okay, it is believed that some species of two-legged and winged dinosaurs. Okay, this picture was resemble that two legs and wings also. Likewise, this picture will resemble that. These are the things also. Sorry, these are the animals which may be extant in that uh, maybe 1,000 or 2,000 years ago. Likewise, our scientists may discover that the skeletons or bones of that species. Okay, 4.2, the stages of evolution of animals. We have learnt in the previous lesson that life on the earth began with a unicellular organism like a protozoa. You may saw in the third lesson, what is that? The earth, life on earth began with the unicellular organisms. What is called? That is protozoa. Okay, this unicellular organism gave rise to multicellular things. Likewise, I gave some example now only. It gives unicellular to birds or a species or animals. Likewise, so these are the unicellular and converted into multicellular organisms. Likewise, so various classes of plants and animals came into being. The following are the stages of evolution of animals. First of all, invertebrates, animals without a backbone, is called invertebrates. The example is called snail. Okay, animals without a backbone. Okay, that is called a snail. The snail didn't have a black backbone. Okay, vertebrates, animals which have a backbone are called vertebrates. Okay, the example is called aquatic animals means fish, and amphibians means frog. These are amphibians means they are living in land and also water. Okay, these are called amphibians. For example, tortoise. Likewise. Okay, so in this vertebrates means the example is called frog. And then birds. Okay, reptiles means animals which crawl. For example, a snake. Okay, mammals, a cow. These are all have a backbones. They are called vertebrates. The animals which cannot have a backbone is called invertebrates. Okay, you may now clear ISO. Okay, then mammals. Mammals are the most evolved animals among vertebrates. Vertebrates means they have a backbone. So mammals, that means evolved animal, it has a backbone. So it is called as a vertebrates. The following are the characteristics of most of the mammals. Mammals, okay, the characteristics. What are the characteristics? Growth of a baby in the mother's womb for some time before birth. Okay, the child or a baby that may be in a mother's womb only. Okay, these are the mammals. And in second point, the baby is feed on the mother's milk for some time after birth. Likewise, a human, they have been feed from the mothers. Okay, the platypus and some species of ant anteater are exceptions to this. So some of the mammals are also, sorry, some of the species are also exceptions to this, are a platypus and a anteater. Okay, these are the exceptions for the mammals. Okay, they are considered mammals because even though they lay eggs, they suckle their young ones. Okay, they are also considered as a mammals, but they are not. Sorry, they may lay eggs, but they are not included in this topic. Okay, apes are somewhat like humans in appearance. Apes means they are, though this is an example, one sec. So these are called apes, they may look like a human. Okay, this is a apes, this is an example. Okay, you may saw that apes. Okay, now ape are look like a in human appearance. Likewise, no, so they are lived in the trees, those species of apes which continue to live on trees retain their original app-like form. Okay, they lived means they look like a, they may convert their life into the live in the tree only also. Okay, however, in grasslands some ant species were forced to move around the ground. Okay, in grasslands they are forced to move to the ground. Okay, these species evolved gradually and in time gave rise to the human species. We may note that the evolution of a human may come from the monkey. Likewise, we may get some informations in our childhood. Likewise, the apes are the ancestors to are the human beings. Okay, and then this happened first on the African continent. The first human species is the primitive man. Primitive means a first. So okay, these are the things which have been happened in the African countries. Now the first human is known as a primitive man. Primitive means a first. Okay, in the next lesson we shall more about evolution of the human species. Okay, this is the fourth lesson. And then first systematic explanation of the concept of evolution was given by Charles Darwin. Dash are the most evolved animals among vertebrates. Most mammals. Okay, these are the answer for the questions. Answer each question in one sentence. What do we call animals which live in water and also on land? And also on. This is the answer in page number 16, amphibians. Okay. Answer for this question is amphibians. Where did the first humans appear? Where does the first human is appear means answer in page number 17, and the answer is African continent. Okay. Give reason for the followings. This may be told by your teachers, and then fill in the blanks in the concept chart given below. Evaluation of animals, living things. Animals without a backbone is called invertebrates. Vertebrates, animals with a backbone. Okay, worms, mosquito, and then some examples may given snail. Likewise, we saw, and then aquatic animals, reptiles, cow, mammals. Likewise, these are the example for the vertebrates. Make a model of a dinosaur. This is an activity for you and a project. Collect the pictures of invertebrates and vertebrates. Okay, stick them in a notebook and write down their characteristics. Okay, likewise we may do that project. And do you know, in the year 1859, Charles Darwin proposed his theory of evolution in the book on the origin of species. Okay, Charles Darwin, he is a first systematic explanation of concept of evolution was given by him only. Before Darwin, the scientist Carl Linnaeus had before Darwin, okay, has introduced this method of classifying animals. He only noted that the humans evaluation. Okay, he had expressed the opinion that going by the structure of the body, the human species and some ape species appear to be related. He only structured the body of the human which can be related to the apes of the apes body. Okay, in his first book, Darwin had not expressed any definite opinion about his relationship. In 1871, he published his second book, The Descent of Man. In this book, he drew attention to the fact that even though humans do not have a tails, the last bone of their spine is a vestige of a tail. He also noted that some other non-functional or unnecessary structures in the human body, such as the wisdom teeth, are indicators of the process of evaluation. He may noted that in the second book of his, he may noted that the some things that are not related to that, but the tile and likewise, but again he invented some things, the wisdom of the teeth. Likewise, he may later that okay, this is a evolution of a human from the apes only. Likewise, he accepted the inference that the humans have evolved from the tailless apes like the gorilla and the chimpanzees that lived in the jungles of Africa. However, no evidence had been found till then in support of his theory. The necessary evidence became available only in the 20th century. Okay, On that time they may not get the evidence because of some issues likewise, and after the 20th century only they get the evidence from that. So according to his theory, he may told that the human may evolved from the chimpanzees and apes, gorilla likewise. We may evolved from that only likewise he told. Okay, thank you.